Okay, now instructional methods 1 and 2. This is for methods of teaching IT. So choosing the right method, subject matter, learners, time required, available resources, time of day, your comfort level with the method. So I think in this basically PowerPoint, it discusses all these methods: lectures, demonstrations, collaborative learning, discussion, brainstorming, practice sessions, simulation, and games. So I guess we're going to go through each one by one. This PowerPoint is going to be a bit faster because honestly you should know most of these things already. Okay, number 1, lecture. Teacher-centered, not student-centered. Tempting method, covers material quickly, in control of the learning environment. Next point, it delivers a lot of information in a short amount of time. It conveys information that is difficult to present in another way. Used to introduce summary. Okay, now avoid overuse, because this is overuse of lecturing. In a lecture, your learners are passive. Doesn't guarantee understanding. No feedback from learners. Easily bores the audience unless well prepared. Learners are more likely to remember information if it is learned through experience rather than simply by listening to lectures. Points to keep in mind: lowest retention value of all teaching techniques. Make more interactive by involving the group by frequently stopping and asking questions. Strive for a 30-70 split. So number 2, demonstration. Demonstration is when use of materials and displays to present information to students accompanied with a verbal explanation or discussion. Next, it is recommended for teaching a skill because it covers all the necessary steps in an effective learning order. So demonstration equals telling plus showing plus doing. So just remember this, I think, for the exam. Demonstration is telling, showing, doing. What is the purpose of demonstration? So demonstration, teaching a skill or principle. Delicate and dangerous experiments involving careful manipulation. Experiments involving difficult and complex operations. Use of costly tools or equipments. Several experiments are to be performed in one period to establish connections between them to derive conclusions. So the advantages of demonstration: concrete things are shown, so students don't enter false imagination as it happens in a lecture. Students get confidence in the application of scientific principles or skills. Motivate students for further learning. Using small or number of equipment with many students. Method is aligned to the principle. Learning is more in seeing than in hearing. Learning is more in doing than in seeing and hearing. So I'm not going to elaborate more on this because I think it's quite well done. It's quite self-explanatory what a demonstration is. Disadvantages of demonstration: that it takes a lot of time and it does not work when the size of the class is big. Okay, next point, number 3, cooperative learning. CL refers to an instruction method in which students at various performance levels work together in small groups towards a common goal. The students are responsible for one another's learning as well as their own. So these are 5 key elements of cooperative learning: positive interdependence, face-to-face interaction, interpersonal and small group skills, group processing, individual and group accountability. positive interdependence. The first requirement of an effectively structured cooperative lesson is that students believe that they sink or swim together. Within cooperative learning situations, students have two responsibilities: learn the assigned material, and to ensure all the members of the group learn the assigned material. Face-to-face promotive interaction. Promotive interaction may be defined as individuals encouraging and facilitating each other's efforts to achieve complete tasks and produce in order to reach the group's goals. Group, individual, and group accountability. Individual accountability exists when the performance of the individual students is assessed. The results are given back to the individual, and the group and the student is held responsible by group mates for contributing his or her fair share of the group's success. It is important that the group knows who needs more assistance, support, and encouragement in completing the assignment. It is also important that the group members know they cannot hitchhike on the work of others. Interpersonal and small group skills. The fourth essential element of cooperative learning is the appropriate use of interpersonal and small group skills. In order to coordinate efforts to achieve mutual goals, students must 1. Get to know and trust each other. 2. Communicate accurately and ambiguously. 3. Accept and support each other. 4. Resolve conflicts constructively. At any points, if it's going too fast, I just recommend pausing it and rewinding. Okay, now group processing. Group processing may be defined as reflecting on a group session. So, group processing defined as reflecting on a group session. Number 1, describe what member actions were helpful and unhelpful. 2, make decisions about what actions to continue or change. The purpose of the group processing is to clarify and improve the effectiveness of the members in contributing to the collaborative efforts to achieve a group's goals. So, cooperative learning. Mixed ability groups, high, middle, low learners balance in each group. Rewards for team performance. Roles should be assigned to group members for individual accountability. Several different forms: peer tutoring, group investigation, jigsaw. Cooperative learning, peer tutoring, is teacher presents the material to the students. Student pair use structured exercise to reinforce the new material. Students take turn being the tutor and provide each other with immediate feedback. Cooperative learning, group investigation. So this is student group investigates or solves some common problem. Students develop their group goals, assign responsibility, and bring project to completion. Teachers responsible for heterogeneous grouping, facilitating the investigation and monitoring student effort. So, cooperative learning jigsaw strategy, which I think probably question of this will come up in the exam. So, what is jigsaw? Okay, now cooperative jigsaw strategy. Did I just talk about this? Okay, I've lost my thought. Okay, cooperative jigsaw strategy. Team works to investigate a common topic, broad in scope. Individual members assign subjects within the topic. Members of different teams who have studied the same subject convene to review and analyze material. Members then return to the original team where they take turns teaching their parts to other team members. Comprehensive quiz administered to assess their learning. Okay, how to utilize cooperative learning. Again, you can just look at this yourself, press pause. I'm not going to bother reading those out. So when to use cooperative learning. Warm-ups, practice sessions, review, breakout lectures, complete assignments. The advantages of cooperative learning. They help foster mutual responsibility, supported by research as an effective technique. Students learn to be patient, less critical, and more compassionate. Disadvantages of CL. Some students don't work well this way. Loners find it hard to share their answers. Aggressive students try to take over. Bright students tend to act superior. Part 2. Actually, I'm going to pause here and make the part 2 on another video.